Interfaith's mission is to serve families and their children experiencing homelessness. And over the last 40 years, our mission hasn't wavered from that. Interfaith started to rapidly grow in 2019 with a safe parking program called Cars to Housing. We then moved into 2 single-family home models called Miracle House and Hospitality House. And most recently, we evolved into a tiny home village as our most innovative program.
Interfaith Family Shelter has been a long-standing and essential partner to the City of Everett in supporting families experiencing homelessness in our community. Today, Interfaith operates 2 dedicated family shelter sites right here in Everett. I'm proud of the strong partnership between the City of Everett and Interfaith Family Shelter. Together, we're working to ensure every family, regardless of their circumstances, has access to shelter and services that support long-term success.
We're kind of from the early days when churches volunteered to take a week and provide meals and overnight hosts.
At that time, the shelter was simply for overnight. The residents would arrive about 5 p.m., have dinner, the kids would play for a while or do some homework, and then everybody would go to bed. So it wasn't a program at all the way it has developed today, but it was a start.
So Interfaith was the first shelter that kept families together. And that was a really, really key thing.
And why we started getting involved with them. We have known homeless people. We have known single mothers with children. And they also are accepting of single fathers with their children. And that was important to both of us.
At the time, there were shelters for men, but only men. There were women's shelters where they could have children, but only up to the age of 12 or 14. Teens had to be in a completely different shelter, so you could have a family that was a cohesive unit, but if they were homeless, they would have to be in 3 different shelters.
Interfaith is one of the few low-barrier family shelters in Snohomish County. And what that means is we don't have any prerequisites or things that families have to do in order to receive shelter. And we really focus on identifying those most in need.
Here at Cascade View Presbyterian Church, we are blessed to partner with Interfaith in 2 programs. The first was our Cars to Housing program, where we provide a portion of one of our parking lots for a safe parking program. We also have a house that we didn't have a use for a few years ago, and in 2022 we were so grateful to have them take over that house and renovate it to be used as satellite shelter, serving 3 more families.
Marysville United Methodist Church partnered with Interfaith right before the pandemic. We have this house on our property and it was sitting vacant and we wanted to use it, but we couldn't figure out how to do it ourselves. And so the church struck up a partnership with Interfaith.
Interfaith Family Shelter as an organization has a long track record and incredible expertise in serving families, adults and children in these kinds of situations of need.
Maybe we cannot end homelessness in Snohomish County overnight, but every year, 8 families move from homelessness to permanent housing because of what Interfaith and we do together. And it really is a miracle. It is a miracle to find our way through this seemingly insurmountable problem. So we think that's an aptly named house. Because of our partnership with Interfaith, we're able to work those miracles.
My name is Ricky Nafziger. I'm an Interfaith alumni. I was here 2019. My situation was kind of unique because I didn't have my kid, and a lot of services for dads didn't provide you services without your kid. And Interfaith took a chance on me, and I was the first parent to reunify with their kid under this circumstance. I really needed a place to start visits, and they agreed, and I worked my tail off. I started out with a few couple-hour visits, and then it went to overnights, And then in 3 months, I was able to get my kid into a 2-bedroom apartment.
Children often get overlooked when they're going through the trauma of homelessness with their families. We can help them get back on track so they're not falling behind, so that generational poverty that we still see today happen in our shelters doesn't continue to pass on.
It's been almost 6 years, still in the same apartment. My daughter's about to be 8. She's about to start 2nd grade. I'm currently going to Everett Community College to get my ATA degree, Information Technology. Honestly, if it wasn't for Interfaith giving me the chance, I wouldn't be sitting here.
The affordable housing crisis and rising costs continue to put pressure on families throughout our region. Shelter services like those Interfaith provides remain a vital part of the solution. The City of Everett is honored to support Interfaith's mission, and we are committed to continuing this important partnership in the months and years ahead.
Family homelessness is complex and challenging, and that hasn't changed in the last 40 years, and that's not going to change into the future. Interfaith understands that we have to serve families taking into account their stories and their personal needs. And so as we go into the future, Interfaith wants to keep families together and tackle homelessness one family at a time.